For penetration off the tee, continuing a little bit, not swinging quite as much, but the batting, as you say, has been more concentrated, particularly from Abel.
Yeah, he's batted with great common sense and determination, Tom Abel, and no little skill, particularly before tee when the ball really was swinging around. Is Bell Drummond to Davis, who'll pick up a single into the onside, which I think came off his bat. It did indeed. Rob Bailey doesn't signal a leg by. Another run, 87 for 4. They complement each other nicely, these two, left hand, right hand. Davies the more fluent, Tom Abel the more correct. They run well between the wickets. And as I was saying, they're putting up a proper fight against this Kent side. Bell Drummond bowls, and that's turned into the onside. I was chatting to a Kent supporter who was in a wheelchair at tea interval. You probably know him, and I said, "You must be enjoying your visit to Taunton." He said, "Oh yes, I am, and we play well, but it's not over yet." And he sounded to me like a Somerset supporter, because if Somerset were in this sort of position, that's exactly what they would say as well. "Whoa, you never know." This is a short ball which Abel just ducks underneath, and it goes through to Robinson.
I think that's supporters everywhere, isn't it?
That's right.
Who've seen the travails.
They don't like. It's the tempting Providence thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Or they can throw it away yet, they'll say.
Yeah.
Even if you need 10 to win, with all your wickets in hand.
Are there many people from Kent down here for this game?
Yeah, we have a good travelling following here. Always do, but yeah.
Here's Bell Drummond into Abel, who plays that nicely away through the offside. Blake will do the fielding, assuming that is Blake. There it is. So get the thumbs up from Matt Cole. 88 for 4. Tom Abel moves on to 28. Typical Tom Abel shot, that. Nice flow of the bat, but playing the ball late. Gets himself into a good position to play his shots, does Tom Abel.
There's a change in the field now, is it? Daniel Bell Drummond is moving Blake round, I think, backward a square.
2 slips in a gully as Bell Drummond bowls to Davis. Just plays that quietly into the onside. Crowd are quiet, aren't they? Let's turn the effects of the microphone up a bit, but perhaps we can hear them a little bit more. But the voices of the fielders are the loudest to be heard.
Is it me, or are the hills disappearing again?
Yeah, I think they are a bit.
The mist is coming in once more.
Here's Bell Drummond in to bowl to Davis, who's up on his toes, playing that into the offside, and won't get a run. End of that over. 88 for 4, so the lead now exactly 50. Effectively 50 for 4.
Riley's on the field. He was on the field. He's off the field. There we go. So, just at 5 o'clock, 28 over the left, so we're going to finish just a fraction before 7. I nearly said, through force of habit, if the light holds, but the light will hold, of course, because we have 5 brand new floodlights primed and ready to hold it. Podmore persevering now in this rather long spell, 40 minutes he's been bowling, and to the left-handed Davis, who gets in behind the line of the ball, plays with a straight bat to mid-on. There's a bit of a tempter for Davis in that there's now nobody at square leg, so he'll feel that a fraction of short pitch from Podmore, and he might be able to swivel one past umpire Bailey at square leg to the boundary. Races away in that area because there are lots of cut strips from Somerset's very, very long cricket square. Next one is full though, and he drives beautifully through the covers for 4. Uppish, it was a good length ball. Certainly the field and the ball's width were there for that shot, and at the very best of Davis, an expansive drive to the off. 27 he has now, Somerset. 77 for 4, and that's a lead of 39.
Wasn't quite there for the drive, was he? He played it on the up. That was a lovely looking shot. Wouldn't have looked so lovely if he got thick edge and caught in the gully, mind.
Fine margins as ever. Here's Podmore's reply to that boundary. He bowls now, and there's another one. It's uppish, but it's 2 bounces to Daniel Bell-Drummond at backward point. It was that wide ball again, and Davis thought of hitting it, but it just took a bit more of the bat than the previous one. And, glided it.
Just looking at the toe end of his bat there, Stephen Davis. Satisfied that it's all in one piece.
2 slips gully, shortish cover point really, slightly squarer than a conventional cover. Backward point, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and a long leg. Podmore now bowls a full ball, which is driven again beautifully through the covers. It probably has got enough pace on it to go for 4. It does, and 2 gorgeous drives square of the wicket from Steve Davis in the space of 3 balls advance him to 31. Somerset now 81 for 4. And that's a lead of, well, this is not too bad for Somerset. A
43.
lead 43, effectively 43 for 4. Well, that's 43 for 4 in the second innings is still behind the game. They were at one stage -9 for 4. Of course, it's 81 for 4 really, but that brings up 49 partnership for Abel and Davis. Next ball from Podmore to Davis is full, and he drives straight down the ground, and this is going to be a big chase for Heino Kuhn. I think he will reel this in at the last minute. Indeed he does, just short of the line, almost staggers over it. But another couple of runs to Steve Davis, and he's got a few half volleys in that over.
50 partnership.
Davis 33 of them. Remember, he came in after Abel, so he's scored the lion's share of the runs. He's been more positive. Abel ever watchful has 24, and that's Somerset's second 50 partnership, I believe, of the match.
Yes, I think so. Wasn't it these 2 in the first innings who put on 50?
Last ball of the over.
Yes, exactly 50.
From Podmore to Davis. He drives again, but this time finds Podmore's left hand in his follow-through. Might have hit the stumps if Podmore hadn't picked it up. So
it's the highest Somerset partnership of the match.
By 1 run. 51 run partnership for the 5th wicket, beating the 50-run partnership by the same 2 batsmen in the first innings. And, well, Somerset are still really not in front, but the momentum is with Somerset, and so for the time being, I think it's time to get back the Kent talisman of Matt Cole, and I'll leave you with Anthony Gibson in the interim.
Thanks, Kit. Kit will be back with us around about 25 past 5. Play, as he was saying, will go on here tonight until around about 10 to 7, I would think. Bell-Drummond to Abel, 2 slips in a gully. Abel plays that into the onside. Plenty of room on the onside for singles. We've got the 2 deep fielders, deep backward square leg and a long leg for the hook. And a mid-on is the only other fielder on the onside, so very much a offside field, and puts a premium on Bell-Drummond bowling an off-stump line. He's there now and bowls outside the off-stump and going wider outside the off-stump. Abel ignores it.
Something happens at tea, didn't it? Some sort of Somerset magic.
I did. Well, I tweeted at the tea interval
Yeah.
that Tom Abel was showing some real fight out there against a swinging ball. And it's not over yet.
No, it's not doing quite as much as it was, it feels, but...
Bell-Drummond to Abel. He'll pick up at least 1 here as Blake comes sprinting in from the boundary, but 1 is all it will be.